he got around a few of his friends to see whether we could upgrade the quality of life of neuro patients and the ward. So with that in mind, he started this foundation, and subsequently he was transferred to Colombo, where I met him, and the most pioneering effect of the foundation is getting involved with the putting up of a neurotrauma unit with the assistance of the Saudi government.
Okay.
A $20 million project.
And they're going to help.
It is already there. It is already in operation at the Colombo National
What's
Hospital.
this trauma that you're talking about?
Trauma is we are concentrating more on the head injuries. According to Dr. Sunil, there are over 1,000 patients who are dying every year due to head injuries, and most of these deaths could be avoided if they are given proper treatment and post-operative care. So with that in mind, the Neurosurgery Development Foundation was formed, a voluntary body, and I was privileged to be one of the directors, founder directors.
So how did you get interested? I mean, from battery to porcelain, ceramic, into neuro surgical development. What made you to get involved in this?
Yeah.
Was it more a social service?
Social service, and at one time, Daya, I was a patient under Dr. Sunil Perera.
Oh, really?
Yes, yes. I had a neuro problem, and I had something done in Australia. And when I came back, I thought this is a worthy cause to spend some time to give back what I have got from them.
Right. I mean, it's nothing like being grateful.
Exactly.
Yeah. So when do you think this project will be completed?
It's over. It's in operation now.
How does that operate? Tell us about the operation.
You see, this is initially the Neurosurgery Development Foundation was planning to put up a hospital, but when we got the grant, we knew it was too big to handle. The budget was something like 1.5 billion rupees. So Dr. Sunil Perera did the right thing by handing over this to the Sri Lankan government. And the building came up, the hospital has come up. It's in the premises of the National Hospital. And now we are proud to have a facility like that, which I must say is the largest in Southeast Asia.
So the medical equipment needed already here?
Yes, they are already here. We have, I think, if I remember right, 8 operating theatres, and we have all the wherewithal, all the equipment for a good trauma unit, which we really lacked, but now we are happy to have it.
So do you have to have skilled personnel to operate these specialized machines?
Yes, they are very specialized machines. Some of them are the only of its kind in Sri Lanka, and I must say the Sri Lankan government, the hospital is maintaining that hospital well, and it caters to a large number of patients who would have died if not for this kind of treatment, trauma.
Yeah, that's really great. I mean, despite your busy schedule of work, I mean, there is time for you to give something back to the poor innocent people in this country.
Yeah, I must thank Dr. Sunil Perera and Professor Ranjani Gomez, the neurophysician. Those two were responsible for roping me into this foundation. And
Ranjani Gamage,
I'm sorry, Ranjani
Yeah, that's
Gamage.
because I know it's Ranjani.
Yes,
Gamage,
Ranjani and Dr. Mrs. Yes, Professor Gamage.
Yeah.
Who the two of them roped me into this organization. I'm ever grateful.
So you have a council there also?
Yes, we have a. This is a registered body, and we have a board of directors. And yes.
Okay, great. So Ranjit, it's been a great pleasure talking to you, because you have been into many different fields, and I'm sure our viewers would have found our conversation interesting. So thank you very much for your participation.
Thank you very much.
All the very best in everything you do, not just business, but social work as well.
Thank you very much.
Good luck.
Pleasure. Thank you.
With that, we conclude Ayubowan Sri Lanka this morning. Thank you for watching.